Farm for Profit Podcast. Take a listen, have a blast. Farm for Profit Podcast. Learn about farming while having a laugh. Farm for Profit Podcast.
Hey, this is Husker Harvest Days 2023, and we are kicking off our new show format for our Farm for Fun episodes. So, Corey, let's get right into who our guest is today.
Today on the Farm for Fun show from the 2023 Husker Harvest Days in the Soukup booth, we have a man here that we've had many beers with over the last few years, but it's his first time on the podcast. He's a super unique story, great life, farming in central Nebraska, where he, and that pains me, great in central Nebraska. Those don't go together for me. He shares it with over 231,000 followers on TikTok and over 7,000 on Instagram. Please welcome Mr. Noah Hubbard, a.k.a. Korean Korn Farmer.
Thank you. 250,000 people that watch you, huh?
It's growing.
I don't know why.
You just said it blew up, too.
Yeah, we're over 250,000 now.
Jeez. What? On TikTok?
Yeah,
YouTube.
It exploded.
I just wrote that number down like yesterday.
Yeah, it just keeps growing. It's insane.
Check your stats, people.
I love that.
Oh, it's awesome.
At first, I thought during the introduction, Corey was going to say we've had a lot of beers with this guy, and now we'll have the first legal one, is where I thought he was going.
No.
I'm only 30. I get carded every time. Every time.
Oh, man.
I can see why.
So, Noah, welcome to the podcast. I can't believe we haven't had you on yet. I know we've talked about it several times, and it hasn't just come to fruition. But this is like your home court, right?
Yeah, it's a perfect place to do this. I used to come here all the time when I was little. It's a good reason to skip school.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, tell us who you are.
So I'm a Korean Korn Farmer. My name's Noah, and I raise corn and soybeans here in central Nebraska. So I'm on TikTok and Instagram, and that's how I met these guys. So.
Yep. A Korean corn farmer.
That's correct. Yes.
Are you really Korean?
I am. Yes. A lot of people wonder if I'm like, Chinese or Japanese, and you're Korean. That was my third guess. I'm like, nice, great. I'm glad you know three of them. That's awesome.
Yeah, you should ask him what the fourth guest would have been.
They would have gone back to one of the first two, I think.
He's like, are you sure you're not Chinese? Yeah.
So your parents aren't Korean, correct?
Correct. No, they.
So how did that come about?
So dad had cancer, so he wasn't able to have children. Mm-hmm. So they ended up, let's try adoption, and 3 kids later, they actually got a best friend. One of his cousins was adopted through the same agency that we were. So
okay,
it was pretty cool.
At what age were you adopted?
I was 5 months old.
Okay.
So every one of the 3 of us, we were all under a year old. So
okay, so yeah, you have no.
So you've lived in Nebraska your whole life then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, this is home.
Man, wow. And you have to like the Cornhuskers? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's an interesting relationship I have with Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
But, volleyball's kicking butt, and football's gonna come back around, I think.
Sometime. You gotta have hope.
Yes.
Did you go to the volleyball game?
I did not, no.
Okay.
I used to in college.
There was what, 92,000 people?
2003?
Yeah, whatever it was. It's a lot.
World record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
World record, not just United States.
Nope. I'm pretty sure it was a world, yeah.
Just means you all have nothing else better to do.
We really wanted something to look forward to. But no, my brother and sister both went, and they said it was insane. So.
And you said they're younger? Your brother and sister are younger?
Yeah, so my sister's a year younger, and my brother's 4 years younger.
And what's the farm look like today? Is everybody helping out, or what is that structure?
So mom's the boss, and I guess it's me and her, and then my sister, she helps bring lunches out, and when my brother comes back, he does a little bit of help too. So,
gotcha. Did you go to UNL then?
I did, yes, 2011 and 2015. So, actually graduated in 4 years, which I was not expecting. Worked out though.
What was your major?
I was in diversified ag, which is technically applied science, and then did a lot of natural resources and agronomy as well.
That'd probably be like Iowa State's ag studies.
Ag studies.
Or ag slack, I guess is what they say.
Farmer's degree. Farmer's degree.
Yeah, farmer's degree.
Yep.
I don't think it's slack. I think you like to learn a little bit about everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I learned about entomology even and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. I struggled with chemistry. That was my biggest problem.
Yeah, I tried to skip around that stuff if I could. Yeah.
Oh man. So what made you want to get on TikTok and share all this?
It was during harvest, and we were just sitting there waiting all the time on trucks. So I'm like, well, YouTube's boring. Let's try TikTok. I heard of it, and I didn't even post a video probably for about a month, and then just started gaining a little traction, and here we are.
Really? It's kind of like everyone's.
Yeah.
Way you just kind of
got bored.
Yeah.
So how'd you get specifically into the farm talk world? Because like you've been a staple for as long as I've been on TikTok. Yeah.
Well, I just started following. I saw like a harvest video on my For You page, and as I started watching more farming videos, my algorithm just started feeding that, and started following some bigger creators. And once I started posting stuff and interacting with everybody, it really kind of just came together.
Do you remember who your first follow was?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I was probably a cute girl or something.
First follow from Farm Talk.
He's honest.
I probably a growing corn.
Yeah.
I'd assume. Yeah.
I think that was one of my first ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very polarizing. Well, he still is, but man, he just sucked you in right in the beginning.
Yeah. He says everything that we think.
Yeah.
Like
You're right,
everything
to an
is so
extent.
relatable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you enjoy social media, I assume you enjoy social media.
Oh yeah.
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 As you look to what it's become for you, what's that do? I mean, do you farm differently? Has it changed the way your family's business runs?
Not really. I mean, we still keep to kind of what we've always been doing. I've tried a few different ideas, and I've got a lot of friends through TikTok I reach out to if I have questions about things. But it's mostly social, just interactions with people. It's been really good for me to like kind of, I don't know, be a little more open to talking to new people and stuff. So.
Very cool. You've had a lot more, I would say, adversity than what we have. Like, we don't get any hate, it seems like. Well, we do a little bit because Tanner's a banker, but I mean, I just see it all the time, and that's what a lot of your content has been lately, is kind of replying to some, I would call them trolls.
Yeah.
Was it like that from the very beginning?
Not really, I guess, at first, until I started getting more views and stuff. And once I got out there more towards everybody on their For You page, it started bringing in a lot of different kinds of people. But it's kind of fun to just reply and try and be in a positive kind of way, not being too negative, but trying to teach everybody that there's all kinds of different farmers.
Yeah.
Do you get more views on the rebuttal videos, we'll call them, or reply videos?
Lately, I've gotten a lot of different kinds of followers now, which is really cool to think, that there's all these different backgrounds of people. A lot of them have no clue about farming that have started to follow.
So when are you going to start the I Need a Wife page?
I don't know. I'm talking to a girl I met. She's actually from Iowa.
Oh, she's got to be good.
She's got to be good then.
She's not a Hawkeye fan.
Oh, that's even better.
I asked her, and I was ready to walk out that door. But yeah, she's really cool.
So she Iowa State?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's good.
We already approve.
So what's your favorite troll? What do people say that you love responding to the most?
Oh gosh.
It's kind of like an oxymoron. Right?
But sometimes the more like hateful comments, I reply to more because it's just like, hey, there really are people that think this way, and if you can call them out, and then maybe people that watch that video that think that way might see things a little different.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a podcast, and maybe not everybody knows what the most common thing you get trolled for is. Is it for being Korean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But do you consider yourself Korean American?
Honestly, growing up, I didn't even consider myself Korean. Just an American. So it really, even through college, I never really faced any of that stuff. I'd get the occasional, oh, you're Asian and you farm. Like, yeah, Yeah, I do. It's insane.
Yeah.
But once you kind of get out there in front of the whole world to see, you're bound to find someone with a negative view.
Right. Well, we were playing a game with you at a Farm Progress show. What we call it?
Cash crop.
Cash crop.
That was awesome.
And one of the answers to the trivia that we did was rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
You guys are
hilarious.
so
Your
mean.
response. No, his response was hilarious. He said, "I know this crop. It's rice."
It's rice. Yeah.
We haven't put that out yet, but it's going to be good.
Oh, it'll be good.
I know it.
That was fun.
And he was we got to pick the questions out of a database to kind of go forward with. And yeah, we were a little unfair to you in the beginning.
No,
we had to make sure you knew that Iowa corn was better than Nebraska's.
I was happy with your answer.
Yeah, well, I really needed that gas money.
You were probably working the girlfriend angle too.
Oh yeah. She would appreciate that.
I should have given him double the money for that answer.
It hurt a little bit to admit. But I needed that cash.
Isn't that just kind of neat the way that the world works? And even though there's some people that might be a-holes online, if they were to meet you on person or come to your farm, they would never say that.
Yeah, I mean,
And there maybe few of them would, but
right.
How many people do you think are armed by their keyboard now?
Oh,
So you said you didn't get comments like that in college,
right, yeah,
but it was more face to face.
yeah. So
So now people are just hiding behind the keyboard.
oh, it's so simple to type something hateful when nobody even knows who you are.
it's also so easy to type something nice.
So do you
Right, yeah.
do you
Or
take it as
nothing.
hateful?
I take it more of just ignorant. A lot of them, like I said, they probably never have met a minority farmer before.
Right.
Like if you talked to me on the phone, you'd never know that I was Korean.
No.
So
So what about like walking around the Farm Progress show? Do people understand that you're the decision maker, or do they think you're just I need to card you because you're under 21?
oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm 30 now, and so sometimes I still get looked at like I'm a little kid.
Yep.
Who's a celebrity in Nebraska?
Oh,
So most people know him,
Most people.
right? You get all the deals on stuff now?
I've gotten a few. Actually, so I just got Moxie Buildings and Concrete just
Yeah?
gave me their golf cart to drive over here.
Oh, nice.
So they just random people reach out within the area.
Oh, Laura Farms gave us hers.
What? Oh gosh.
That's only because
Her
she's
dad.
It's only
Oh,
because
that's
she's
fair.
been given like 16 from
Yeah,
other
she's like,
companies.
Exactly.
take these carts off my hands.
It's like I can't drive all of them at the same time.
But then it's stolen right now. Tony Fast has it, so.
It'll find its
Hey,
way back.
we're talking with Noah, so we'll be just fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Corey mentioned that you do have a lot more adversity than most, but it goes beyond social media. Because in your farming operation, when you introduced your family, you didn't say dad.
Yeah. So I just lost dad. Well, it's been 3 years.
Wow.
In 2020, he died of cancer. So, once dad was gone, he was the boss who I looked up to and everything. And if I had a big question, that's who I'd go to. So once we lost him, it was me and mom together, and that's some big shoes to fill. And that's why I'm so grateful for TikTok, is I've got tons of people to ask questions of farming about, and it's just a great support system. So.
You got to have a little bit of fun last winter, wasn't it? Didn't you go to Arizona?
2 years ago.
Man, time goes
Oh,
fast.
that's
know.
crazy.
Yeah.
With John?
Green
Yep.
screen,
Farmer John. Good old Yuma.
Yep.
How cool was that? Because that's
It was awesome.
that's something we'll probably maybe won't even ever get to experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 23-hour drive. And just it's insane how just that much driving distance is a whole nother atmosphere. So Yuma is really close to the border, and it was freezing cold here, and down there it was t-shirt weather. Well, for me. For them, they had to have coats. 'cause
Yeah.
They were not used to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was a really cool experience. I was there for almost 3 months, and just that's a whole nother kind of agriculture down that way.
So what did you do for him down there?
I ran a lot of tillage, so they got these big offset discs and stuff. They also have like these huge rippers, and I just drove a lot of just tillage equipment. They have ground there's really hard, so they got to run over like 6 times before they can actually plant. And then you got your no-till guys up here that are just
Hey, like you said, it's 23 hours away. It's a
Yeah.
whole nother
Oh, yeah.
climate, right?
yeah. I had a citrus tree in my front yard. It was just wild.
So would you go back and do it again?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, if I can make it work, I'd definitely go back.
Yeah.
He actually tried to entice me to go down when he got some new 8R tractors.
Ah.
Like, don't tempt me with a good time.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to, but
You're going to have to do it before this Iowa girl ties you down.
I know it. Yeah.
Or take her with, right?
I think she would enjoy it.
So what'd she think of your TikTok fame?
Well, that's how we met, actually, was through TikTok.
So she got more followers than you?
No. She doesn't really post too much.
Oh,
though,
okay.
So if she did, yeah. She
So
would.
imagine that in a reversed role.
Oh.
If you have a girl with a lot of followers and a guy that doesn't post much and tries to reach out and connect, how next to impossible would that be?
Oh,
If our roles were reversed, I would have no chance. There's a lot of. She's a very good-looking girl, and there's a lot of single farmer guys that would definitely be talking.
yeah. It's always funny to talk to the girls and see what their DMs are like.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
it's kind of bad.
Yeah, I might get 1 or 2 a day, and they're probably just blowing up. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's.
Nuts. So that the adversity does not stop with your dad though either, right? You have some health issues yourself, right?
Yeah. So I have cerebral palsy, which if it affects me physically. Mentally, it's up for discussion, I guess. But it kind of affects my right side.
Okay.
So it's a little slower and weaker. A lot of people don't know. It's kind of hard to tell unless you know what you're looking for, I guess.
Yeah.
I've got a friend that has it, and she has difficulty walking sometimes and stuff. So I'm really fortunate that I have a mild case of it because it can be very severe.
Will it get worse?
No, that's one of the good things I guess about it is prognosis-wise is it shouldn't really get any worse, and it's not like heredity, like it can't be passed on through
Okay.
genes.
So do we? I just dumb here. What causes cerebral palsy?
From what I was described when I was in the womb and stuff, umbilical cord must have got wrapped around my neck, so it kind of
okay.
cut off oxygen in my brain.
So this is something that they knew early on.
When I was born, I was in Seoul, South Korea, so those like records, I guess, didn't really translate over.
Right.
My mom actually figured out that I had it just from how I was holding on to a Cheeto.
Huh.
Like my right hand was always tense around it. which
Everybody
is-
loves Cheetos.
Yeah, I really love that Cheeto.
Yeah.
She just thought I had chips a problem, but no, that was so one of the deals is with your muscles. Your muscles can be really tight all the time,
Okay.
and so
And how does that affect you day to day in farming?
I have to find different ways to do things. I rely a lot on my left arm
Yep.
and my left side, but I kind of find it fun.
So
Challenges.
that makes you left-handed?
Oh yeah.
It's been some pretty good content though. Like
Yeah.
you don't shy away from it. And you had one you were rolling a tarp on a semi.
Oh, those things.
And if you're a company that makes automatic roll tarps, how are you not giving him one?
Yeah, it would be
Right?
nice. It would be great. Yeah.
What is it, Sioux City Tarp? Is that one?
That was one. And
Yep.
there's several of them, but man,
I
I'd
tell
be
you
all
what.
over that if I was there.
we need to get a hold of the swag maker of that lady's sweatshirt because it says beware, just beware. So it
Beware
didn't
of
give
what?
you the reason. It just said
Beware.
just
Beware.
be aware of what is going on. So I want to bring this mood back up. So we're going to play a little game with you right here in the middle of the
Okay,
show.
oh, gosh.
Before we dive into the fact that you name things with wheels.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's start off with a would you rather game.
Oh boy. Okay.
And this first one might be too easy for you, but we would like to lob up the first one. Would you rather be 4 foot tall or 8 foot tall?
Oh, 8 foot tall.
Yeah, because you're
Definitely.
pretty close to 4 foot already.
5'7", 5'8" with boots.
What about you guys? Would you rather be 8 foot or 4 foot?
My initial was 8 because I was thinking like basketball, I could be like a basketball star. But then after working on the combine this last week, like man, it'd be really nice to be 4 foot and like be able to get in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Imagine how many doorways you got to duck to go through.
Every one of them.
That would be annoying.
And you would constantly have bumps on your forehead. You just
That's fair.
It does look painful to be that tall. Like you see those guys that are like 7 foot, and it's like, man, that's a lot of knee to hurt.
So do you
Yeah.
think your significant other would rather have you 8 foot tall or 4 foot tall?
Well, I don't know. I asked the girl I'm talking to. She said she wouldn't date anyone shorter than her.
Yeah.
So.
Is she 5'8"?
Right on the cusp. No, she's. I think she said she was around like 5'6". So.
Oh.
We can make that work.
Close.
Yeah, I'll just get some special tall boots.
Buy a cowboy hat. I can make it 2 inches taller.
Think about
no high heels for her.
the cost of
God.
clothes
Yeah.
and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And then if
Big
you're
and
4
tall.
foot, you could probably
Actually-
buy children's clothes.
that was a conversation at a family dinner, is how much cheaper it is to shop at the kids section and just get like kid size XXL
Yeah.
instead of getting a men's medium.
Yep.
I-
My wife can fit in a children's, like the biggest one they make, in some shoes, and that saves like $50.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's get to the next one, and we are not talking about your girlfriend.
Okay.
Would you rather share a bed with a walrus or an eel?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I hope you don't call her a walrus. That would
No,
probably not
I
go
don't
over
think
well.
she would talk to me anymore. I probably had to. Electric eel or eel.
Oh, I did not say electric. That would be exciting, though, wouldn't it?
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
It's going to light
yeah.
up your life.
I would not sleep very much. But though, if I had a walrus next to me, I also probably wouldn't sleep much. I don't know. Probably an eel.
I think I'm a walrus. Like a nice big cuddly flubbery
Cuddly?
guy.
You just would know it would be there. It'd be solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave?
Yeah, walrus, cowboy pillow.
Cowboy pillow.
I like it. What do you got next, Corey?
Would you only eat hot dogs or only eat macaroni and cheese?
Oh, this one's easy.
Hot dogs for sure.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. Gotta get
Dave,
that
mac and
protein.
cheese.
Dave's
Mac and cheese. Oh, you gotta
Yeah,
get the mystery
I think
meat.
you got to have the hot dog because you got to
Yeah.
have protein.
I don't know if I would be able to choose. Well, I'd put my hot dogs in my macaroni and cheese.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
The
that's
fly
tough.
from Farm Progress Show is here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's followed us
that's
2 states.
Only for the real avid listeners are going to get that one.
I actually have a salt gun in my pickup.
Oh, yeah?
I could go get. Yeah.
I've got one of those too, and
Yeah?
like after a few years, they kind of go limp.
Yeah.
Like they don't really shoot the salt as fast
Doesn't
anymore.
have
so
the
I need
power.
to upgrade again.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is the salt gun?
You haven't seen it? The bug assault?
No.
Bug assault.
I will tell you what,
Give
though.
us
Yes.
bug assaults.
Write that down, Rachel. Bug assault. So the problem I have with ours is we've got the wood trim in our house, and my wife would go and shoot the fly sitting on the wood trim, and it actually will take
Does it take some off?
it'll take some off, and it'll make an indentation
Oh.
on that soft wood trim.
Yeah,
Then
so
she
you
better
put
make
salt
sure
in
she
this
hit it.
gun, and it
Yeah.
uses a blast of air. And salt doesn't matter. You don't see it. So
Yeah.
And
Oh,
if you
of
do,
course.
it's just salt.
Yeah.
It's like if you had a
can-
fly on your steak or a fly on your food, you just shoot
Add some
it.
salt
Yeah.
to it. What if the
Two in one.
bug dies on your steak?
Oh, no.
Just flick it
sometimes it's
off.
a bloody mess. That wouldn't be good on the steak.
No, no.
Well, they even have lasers on it now.
What?
You can get a
What?
laser attachment. Yes. It definitely increases accuracy.
I wonder if you could get like a sniper one.
When you do invest, just steal Nerf parts off of
There
them
you go.
and just start gluing
There you
them
go.
on.
All right, next question. Would you rather have no TikTok or not be able to drive a tractor or a combine?
Gosh darn it. Well, TikTok doesn't really owe me anything anymore at this point because I've met so many friends, so probably no TikTok.
Yeah, if I had to decide between driving a tractor and never having TikTok, I would drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was TikTok your first social media?
I had Facebook,
Right.
but as far as like getting myself out there, definitely.
Why
yeah,
not Twitter?
TikTok. I never had Twitter. I don't know.
You need to get one. I tried to tag you today that you were going to be here, and I'm like, he doesn't have a Twitter.
No, I've got Instagram and all that good stuff, but no Twitter.
All right, last one,
Smart man.
and it's going to roll into what we want to talk about next. If you had to pick, would you rather only have Adeline or Dorothy?
Oh. I can always get another tractor. I can't get another Adeline. Definitely Adeline.
All right, for those who don't know, what were we just talking about? What is this? Adeline, Dorothy. Wait a minute, I gotta.
Did this come from
Agatha,
Gone in 60
Irene.
Seconds?
Irene, Wilma. what is that?
So I don't know. I just name all of my vehicles and tractors and just random things. Like our 2 tractors we have, they're both 8235Rs and they're identical. So I named one Lila and one Lola, and it annoyed my dad, so I kept doing it. And so here we are. Everything I own has to have a name.
It is like
Is
Gone in
it-
60 Seconds.
It
I'm a
is.
big Nick Cage fan.
It's all the cars. Why do you give them
Do they have to have motors, or do you name things that don't have motors?
I don't know. It just depends, I guess, on the personality of said machine. Like,
Do you think you'll ever run out of names where your kids won't have a name because I don't want to be named after the tractor. I don't want to be named after the.
I don't know. I can get pretty creative.
All right.
How do you come up with them? Like, what was Lila and Lola? Is there inspiration behind that?
I mean, not really. It just sounded like a good identical twin name for girls. And every one of my
Terrible.
vehicles is a girl in tractor. Yeah, never a dude.
That would be terrible as identical twins. If I was the dad, there's no way I would get it right.
Lila.
Just come over here.
Hey, you. No, the other
Even
you.
when they're not twins, though, how many times do you yell the other one's name when it was supposed to be
Mom
the other
does it
one?
all the
That's
time.
true.
Yeah.
Or the wife's name, even. It's like, I can't get it.
Whoops. My bad. Like, I give my brother nicknames. I call him Chum.
Yeah.
And, like, depending on the time of year, like, I'll call him Chumpkin or whatever, Chumpelstiltskin. Pretty much, if the nickname irritated him, I'd stick with that one.
I might not have caught it. I know you asked about it. Do they farm too, or are they doing something else?
No, it's my brother. He's in banking. My sister works at a dental office.
Okay.
And she's, like, the artsy one of the bunch.
Okay.
So she does all the cool things.
Very cool.
That is. So the interesting part about having all of your equipment named is your mom uses the same names, right?
No, she gets annoyed.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I thought you told me at the after party that she will tell you to go get Lola or Lila.
That's why she gets annoyed, is sometimes she'll actually let it slip. And it's hilarious.
It sounds like it's a game now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I actually thought about changing Wilma's name to Posey because she was being a POS. Yeah. She came around.
I like that.
So do you
I can
think?
get on board with
do you
that.
think you got me wondering now? So when I worked at the fire department, they'd always say if the crew isn't making fun of you, then you're not liked. If
Right.
they're making fun of you, then you're liked.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So you're liking to do the same thing. So don't ever tell anybody where your goat's tied up because they'll go over there and kick it. Right.
Right.
So you found out that your mom's goat was tied up and your dad's goat was tied up, so you go and kick it. Do you think that anybody on TikTok just found where your goat is and they kick it?
Gosh, it might. Yeah.
So they're
Well,
just
like-
best buds.
Yeah. Well, where you're going about if what you were saying. So in the family, I've got a massive family. I've got like 75 first cousins.
Wow.
On
What?
dad's side alone. Yeah. So if you don't have a nickname, that's a bad sign. Like I've got several nicknames in my family, so
Huh.
it's
I didn't expect you to go that way when you said that because I was expecting with your sense of humor to tell us that connects you back to Korea.
good. I really don't know what I got going on over there.
So what's some of your other nicknames?
So Dad used to call me Smoke on the Water because he would make me mad, and then I'd just be like, I'd get mad, and he'd say, "Okay, calm down, Smoke." A couple of my uncles call me Charles, and the big one I get called a lot is Norm or Norman. Don't ask why. Even my friends call me Norm.
Random.
Oh, very, yeah.
So did your dad and mom start the farm, or was that a generational farm that got
So it was
passed?
a generational farm. My great-grandpa started it, and then when he passed, it just all kind of got split up a little bit. Dad got most of the crop ground. My uncles got the cattle and the ranch, and so it was generational. But he built on it quite a bit.
Yeah. You get a lot of flack online. How is the sentiment, like local neighbors and all that kind of stuff? Are they good to you? You don't get the hate and all that kind of stuff there?
No, they're for the most part great people to have around, and I've never really had issues with them. And
Good.
when we lost Dad, they all kind of just if you ever need any help, whatever. A couple of my best friends are neighbor farmers as well, Steve and Joe. So
Good.
yeah.
That's cool. And you've also gotten support, like you said, from social media because you're getting some help this fall, aren't you?
Yeah. So Mike Burkhart's coming down to help for a while.
The
So that'll be
master
cool.
operator.
Yes. TikTok farming dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how long is he going to be there?
It sounded like a week or so.
Okay.
So it'd be kind of fun to have a little backup there.
That'll not only be good for the operating, but like I'm sure he has a lot of wisdom to pass down when he's with you for a
yeah.
week.
Yeah. He will definitely teach me how to actually do things
I think
correctly.
we should just have an after party at your place and have every one of the TikTokers show up.
Oh yeah.
How far are you from the show?
About 45 minutes.
oh, that's not bad.
It's
Yeah.
not too bad. It's too far away.
I don't have as cool a shop as the last party.
Oh, my
wasn't
gosh.
that cool?
That was crazy.
That was cool. Huh.
Hey, now you can have aspirations.
Yeah, I hope to build one a quarter that size one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
You had mentioned you called yourself a minority farmer earlier, and I know the USDA has some funding out for that kind of stuff. Have you taken advantage of any of that?
I haven't.
You should.
I didn't even think about it. At the time, there was one that went through that was a big loan forgiveness one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I missed that. I didn't get on that train.
We need to do a better job as a podcast on the profit side of like highlighting that kind of stuff. So that's Tanner's job.
I don't know. I try not to. I am a minority farmer, you know, and I mention it from time to time, but I try not to use that to my advantage, you know.
Right.
I just think of myself as any other farmer, but having a loan forgiveness on a new grain bin or something would have been all right, though.
A giant shop?
Yeah, a giant shop. That would have been fine.
I mean, what we've always said is like we don't necessarily agree with the funding that comes from the government, but
Right.
it's there.
Yep.
And if you don't use it,
Someone
the neighbor
else
is, or you know,
Right.
whatever. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you got to do what you can, man. It's tight margins.
It's pretty tight margins right now.
Yep.
So are you minority just because you're in Nebraska?
Yeah, apparently so. You don't really. There's some Nebraskan TikTok people on here, but there's a lot of I states that are on my For You page.
Right.
So
I gotta say though, coming over here, we were a little worried. It's been nothing but inviting over here. It's been very nice. It's a
Yeah.
great show. Nebraska
Yeah.
people are nice.
we are. You know, there's actually an article. Some of the friendliest collegiate sports fans. Nebraska was towards the top, so
Yeah.
that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought when you said Nebraska people were nice, you kind of slurred that and it said the rascal people are nice.
I did too.
Because I haven't had anybody run my heels over here, riding around on their little rascal.
Oh, yeah.
It is been much nicer not trying to dodge golf carts and
yeah.
hover rounds.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. It's much nicer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's good. So what are you excited about coming down the pipe? What's going to be new for you?
So this year we just got a bigger grain cart for harvest, so that'll be something interesting to try. There's a scale on it this time, so trying to keep all my loads the same as I go into
Are you using the Libra?
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, that's awesome. You'll love that.
I am super
Just make
excited.
sure you get it calibrated.
That's what I've been told. Yeah. If I can get it somewhat close, it'll be better than it was before.
Right.
So
we take it off of our seed tender
Uh-huh.
and then back to the grain cart. And there's a different calibration number for both.
Okay.
But we're usually within 1%.
Really?
So it's
wow.
pretty nice.
See,
Yep.
that gave me a good excuse to get a new iPad. You
Yep.
know, because gotta have it for that. So.
Inventory management, you can send it to bins or the co-op or whatever. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think it'll be a handy tool to use. So
Yep.
that's kind of the big thing this harvest is that for sure.
So I know we talked a little bit. You had some partnerships. Have you monetized social media at all or gotten too
Yeah,
much?
I got some merch going,
Yeah.
which is cool. I've
Yep.
made a little bit. I'm not really doing it for money, just for fun, you know. But it's cool to see my logo on there and out
Right.
there. So
Right.
We are going to work on that grain tarp.
yeah,
That should be like low-hanging fruit for anybody that wants a very good impression.
Right.
yeah, I would enjoy that definitely.
Maybe this afternoon we'll go around with you and we'll get it done.
Let's do it.
It'll be a 2-for-1. You get one, Corey gets one.
Corey
That's
gets
fair.
one.
Yeah, we can work that out.
There we go. They're not that expensive. It should just be an easy thing for them.
Yeah.
So,
I guarantee I can get you a free shirt today.
what, Big Iron?
I've seen more shirts.
Yeah,
I need a bucket too.
Apparently, you need a bucket.
Well, everyone needs a bucket.
Oh, they're everywhere. I never get one though.
Yeah. Well, it seems like kind of something annoying to carry
Carry
all
around
day
all
long.
day.
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
fair.
respect. I saw, there's a whole bunch of 4-H and FFA kids here today. I respect the ones that walk through with nothing in their hands. I mean, they are walking by every booth and they didn't pick a single thing up,
Yep.
at least yet.
Oh yeah,
Smart.
yeah. I used to wait until I was about ready to leave, and then I go grab stuff really quick.
Right.
Yeah.
And then go take it home, put it on the kitchen table, and not look at it for
And never
a couple
use it
weeks,
again.
and then it's thrown away.
Yeah, koozies. Like, oh, I've got 10 of those.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, my 9-year-old was getting a little bit bored at the state fair, and we went into the Varied Industries building, and I told her she could pick up any sticker and tattoo that she wanted, and that was her new game. Now there was no longer having to ask her to, hurry up, let's go. She was going from booth to booth. Because I didn't need koozies and hats and T-shirts and all this stuff, and I knew she could hold on to a stack of stickers and
Oh,
little
yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, those are easy enough.
She almost had a full sleeve.
I was going to say, did you have a full sleeve by the end?
Just about a full sleeve.
That's awesome.
You got a podcast you're starting too. don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. We're gonna.
Has it started yet?
Not yet. We're still trying to get that Apple podcast thing is a turd to get started. Like I got Spotify, that was
Yeah.
simple enough.
Yeah.
But Once we get
Is
that
it
done.
still 3 to 6 weeks?
What's that?
Is it still 3 to 6 weeks to get an apple to pick you up?
It's been about 3-4 weeks now.
Yep.
You got to have what, a couple shows, 2 or 3 shows.
I thought you had to have 2 to start off with, and then you got to go through their compliance or review
Right.
process to make sure that it's not just blank airspace. And they want to then make sure that whatever you put in for rating, if it's mature content for swearing.
Yeah, we'll never do that.
Right. So what is it?
So it's going to be Acres Are Us.
Acres Are Us.
And it'll be my friend Ashley and I. And we'll just kind of invite just random ag people. One of the big things I want to do is invite smaller creators. That might only have 1,000 followers or something.
Right.
Just kind of, I'm more looking at backgrounds and different ideas of farming and stuff than like follower count.
Sounds like I might get an invite.
I think so. I think we can make that happen.
I'm the smaller one here.
No, that's cool. So you're kind of getting different ways of farming, stories, and things like that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's kind of a cool way to interact. So.
Reach out to us anytime. We're happy
Definitely.
to help. Yeah.
I've got a list started of people.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even equipment, posting, whatever we're
Right.
happy to help. It's a big space. There's a lot of room for good content.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And the big thing is on the rating thing. We're actually going to set up kind of a swear jar deal.
Okay.
So every time we drop the cuss word, we put money into a swear jar, and at the end we'll kind of try and donate it somewhere.
There you go.
Towards the ag communities. So someone's going to get a good chunk of change. I'm afraid.
I was gonna say it sounds like a competition almost.
Well, I guess I have to now.
So if you get someone virtually, you got to have like a Venmo set up to.
That's true.
Do it, or
Hey.
the show's over.
Yep. We're stopping
So
it
we
now.
have to pre-charge them before they start.
I think
Yeah, is there an option? Can I just give you $5?
Just throw 20 in a jar. That'll.
Can I prepay my? Can I get a deal on my cuss words if I prepay it?
Yeah.
The total farmer sentiment.
Yeah, it's like the
Half price.
It's like the mulligans
Yeah.
in a golf outing or the
Right.
beer tickets at
Yeah.
a rodeo.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can get 5 for $5, or
Yeah.
you can get 30 for 20.
I need
Yeah.
12 F-bombs.
My golf game lives on mulligans, so I need all of them.
Right. Right.
We need to put Corey and Tanner against each other yet, and because there's the deal where you have to drink every hole.
Oh yeah.
And I think Corey could make that happen.
The only way I could win that though is Tanner can't drink.
Oh.
Because he could probably keep up with me and kick my butt.
I think that would be a great outing to do. We still got to go play mini golf.
Right.
I can't remember where that's at. There's a little
They're
hole.
here?
There's like 4 holes. We saw one of the booth has a putting green,
Yep.
Really?
so we're gonna go run
And
over.
we did that at the Commodity Classic. We like made a little like tour out
golf
of it.
game,
Really?
Yeah.
I'll
Kept
be
score
darned.
and everything.
That's awesome.
Yep.
No, I like
We
that.
should have started at Kale's last night. He had that.
We should
That
have.
golf. I don't know how you. Oh, it was simulator.
Oh, the simulator?
Yeah.
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 Those are cool.
yeah.
So what do you think? Did we miss anything, or did we cover Noah?
I think we covered Noah for the most part, yeah. About everything.
No hidden secrets you want to bear all?
I don't think so.
What's yield going to be this year for you?
Oh, gosh. If I get like 215, 220, I'd be happy.
Is that average? Below average?
That's a little bit below average, but
Okay.
I don't know. There's years I don't think there's corn out there, and it surprises me.
Because you irrigate.
Yeah,
right?
all under pivot.
All under pivot.
Yeah, you can tell exactly where it doesn't get water because it's fried.
So you're like what, 250 underwater, and then what's a corner make?
A corner this year, hopefully 150. Like
Okay.
it's pretty toasted.
Yeah.
Like the plant's there, but the ears really, there's not much. So.
Very cool. We've been learning about irrigation. It's just been
It's
been interesting.
Yeah, it's great and terrible at the same time.
Yeah.
But you got to have it.
Yeah.
So.
See, that's what you need the Twitter for, so you can go on and complain about irrigation.
Yeah,
That's
I
where
have
everyone
plenty
likes
of
to-
content
I should
there.
be at the lake right now.
That's right. I love it. Well, we ask everybody the same question at the end of an episode, and the question that you get is, what do you enjoy most about being a farmer? Or what do you like most about farmers?
What I like most about farmers, I kind of like that question. It seems no matter where you go or what kind of crops they grow, they're just very inviting people and hard workers, obviously. So it's just good kind of people behind that. So I love the farming community.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Great.
So how can people find you if they don't know the Korean Korn Farmer?
So yeah, my handle's the same on TikTok and Instagram. It's just Korean.kornfarmer with a K, and pretty easy to find, I guess.
Perfect. And the username of your girlfriend? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Slip up there.
Well, no, it's been 4 long years to get you on here, but I'm
Yeah.
glad we actually waited to get you on your home court. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure. Like I said, reach out to us anytime. We love your stuff.
Thank you.
Don't let the haters get to you, and I say crack a bush light. You deserve it.
Yeah, thank you.